Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Racha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And today we're going to go into the book of Psalms, the 116th chapter. I love the Lord Yahweh, because he hath heard my voice and my supplications. Because he hath inclined his ear unto me, therefore will I call upon him as long as I live. See, because the Lord hears us, right, when we call. The sorrows of death compassed me, and the pains of hell gat hold upon me. I found trouble and sorrow. Okay, let's read that in the NLT. It says, death wrapped its ropes around me, and terrors of the grave overtook me. And what is this likened onto when you're you find yourself in a life-threatening situation, right? You find yourself in a dangerous time. It's like death is surrounding you, like an enemy waiting to consume you, right? To overthrow you. I saw only trouble and sorrow. So what did David do? Which is the instinct of the elect. Then called I upon the name of the Lord Yahweh. O Lord, I beseech thee, deliver my soul. See, in times of trouble, what do the elect do? Call upon the Lord. Seek the Lord. Beg the Lord for deliverance. Where and who else is deliverance going to come from? Gracious is the Lord and righteous. Yea, our God is merciful. The Lord preserveth the simple. I was brought low and he helped me. And the simple here, right, let's go into the NLT. It says here, because it's not talking about just being simple-minded in a negative sense, right? But it says the Lord protects those of childlike faith. Did not Yahushua say that? Let's go into that, little ones. He said that, except ye be, right? Let's find that real quick here. Let's see. Except ye. Yeah, there you go. Matthew 18 and 3. And verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. Now, what's one of the attributes about little children? They have faith. Okay, and because often when people hear faith, they think instinctively divine, right? Belief, religion. But you can have faith, which is a strong belief in something, and children have that in their parents. Children put their faith or belief in their parents above reason, above logic. Okay, if a child trusts you and they're in a super high building, you tell them, look, jump, I'm gonna catch you, they'll jump. Here it is, there's a road, roads with cars passing, and you tell them, come here, they're running. So that childlike faith, okay, is like what they call blind faith, where because, the person you trust so much says it, you believe everything is going to be all right if you do it. Those are the ones the Lord protects. Okay, see, because we can depend on the Lord. He is faithful, right? I was facing death and he saved me. Continuing here in verse 7. Return unto rest, O my soul, for the Lord hath dealt bountifully with thee. See, so here he says he was stressed, right? And then he called upon the Lord, and then the Lord what? Delivered him. So now he could give rest, right? Return to your rest, O my soul, for the Lord hath dealt bountifully with thee, right? Which is in abundance and to completeness. In this case, to deliver him. For thou hast delivered my soul from death, mine eyes from tears, and my feet from falling. Okay, and that's once again, in the place or in the stead of the elect as well, right? To be delivered from death. That's what the Lord is going to do, right? Our eyes from tears. In Revelation 21, it says that there's going to be no more tears, no more sorrow, right? Nor death, for the former things that pass away. Ultimately, when the deliverance comes, that's what it's coming with, right? And my feet from falling, right? Stability. I will walk before the Lord Yahweh in the land of the living. I believed, therefore have I spoken. I was greatly afflicted, right? And this was also quoted. I believe Paul quoted it Yeah, right. We having 2 Corinthians 4 and 13, we having the same spirit of faith, according as it is written, I believed and therefore have I spoken. We also believe and therefore speak. And what do we speak on? The glory of the Lord, right? And we are afflicted, right? People come against us for it, but that's okay. Verse 11, I said in my haste, all men are liars. What shall I render unto the Lord for all his benefits toward me? Let's read this in the NLT. In my anxiety, I cried out to you. These people are all liars. NLT, what can I offer the Lord for all he has done for me? And that's the thing, right? The Lord always does so much for us, but you can't even, there's nothing you can really do for the Lord to say, oh, damn, the water, like, thank you. I really needed that. And so the best thing we can do is, what the Lord has asked us to do. If somebody always does things for you, and then the one time they ask you to do something, you don't do it, that's a shame. That's a very big shame on you. But we finally know what the Lord has asked us to do. So, hey, we got to do it wholeheartedly. Verse 13, I will take the cup of salvation and call upon the name of the Lord. All right, and what are we going to do? We're going to drink that cup. You're giving the cup of salvation. Hell yeah, you're going to drink that. Which just represents being delivered, right? And call upon the name of the Lord. I will pay. So you see how important the name of the Lord is, right? You have to call upon the name of the Lord, the correct name. I will pay my vows unto the Lord now in the presence of all his people. Precious, right? So the vows, right? The promises, whatever it is you've promised to the Lord to do it, right? Pay your vows, fulfill it. Verse 15, precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. All right, let's read that in the NLT as well. It says, the Lord cares deeply when his loved ones die. You see, it means a lot to the Lord, especially if it's like honorable, right? In honor of the Lord, right? And refusing to be defiled and refusing to be, to desert the Lord, that the Lord cares very deeply about that. Verse 16, O Yahweh, truly I am thy servant. I am thy servant and the son of thine handmaid. Thou hast loosed my bonds, right? You have freed me, made me free. And likewise, right, in our case, what makes us free? The truth. I will offer to thee the sacrifice of thanksgiving. I will call upon the name of the Lord Yahweh. Rather than the offering of bulls and bullocks, right, we offer to the Lord the sacrifice of thanksgiving, right, with the lips of praise and the offerings of righteousness. I will pay my vows unto the Lord Yahweh now in the presence of all his people, in the courts of the Lord's house, in the midst of thee, O Jerusalem, praise ye the Lord Yahweh. And that brings us to the end of the book of Psalms, the 116th chapter. Lord willing, that was edifying to the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha Kodash. Until next time, Shalom.